everyone, and welcome to my very first episode where I break down the Buffalo Bills games. All right, let's get to it. So within the Bills Mafia, there are two camps. There's a camp of, relax, there's plenty of football left. We'll be fine. And then there's the camp of, we need some serious changes. I get what people in the first camp are saying. We've seen some J17 heroics in the past, and we have consistently made it to the playoffs and won our division in recent history in the McDermott Bean era. But is that really enough? Relax, it'll be fine. But will it? Maybe if the goal is merely to make it to the playoffs or to win the division. Or is the goal to make it to the Super Bowl and then win the Super Bowl? I tend to be concerned when I see the same problems arise game after game or season after season and they are not corrected or improved upon. I understand how cap space works and no one can just go buy up a team. And that's not guaranteed to work anyway. Miami seems to put up a team of names pretty consistently and then they fall flat. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm proud of the culture that's been created within the Buffalo Bills. I'm proud that our guys, for the most part, are good citizens, team players, and make Buffalo look good. But at some point, there needs to be fire. There needs to be urgency. The issue with the defense has been continual, whether it be from injuries, poor draft choices, or lack of size and depth. Von Miller was supposed to be the key, the mega pass rush that would get us over the hump. We all saw how that unfortunately played out. Matt Milano and Trey White, very talented and promising careers, neither have been the same after their respective injuries, and honestly, it's probably time to move on. We let Elam hang around way too long to the point that he was a liability. He was a draft bust, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I fear Cole Bishop may go down this same path. All we have to do to see the issues in our secondary is to take a look at any given game against any given team, good or bad, and notice how much separation the other team's receivers have and how much separation our own have. Josh is almost always throwing into heavy coverage or scrambling, yet somehow we make Michael Penix Jr. look like Tom Brady dropping dimes. Now, the defense somewhat got it together in the second half of the game against Atlanta, but we are very poor at tackling, poor at stopping the run, undersized. We have a non-threatening pass rush and abysmally lacking depth to deal with near-constant injuries. And when it isn't talent-related, regarding the defensive schemes, we are all well aware that we tend to play not to lose sometimes instead of to win. And then the other team marches down the field in seconds. Let's take a look at the offense now. I have been saying since last year that Joe Brady has very vanilla JV-looking plays. They are predictable, and he tends to do the same thing over and over again. He looks like a hero because of the abilities of Josh Allen and James Cook, and then he forgets about certain people on the roster. For instance, the 3rd and 1 with the botched handoff between Josh and Elijah Moore, I didn't understand for a few reasons. One, you have 2 downs to move the ball 1 yard, an elite running back in Cook, and a huge quarterback in Allen, capable of acquiring the 1 yard. Moving the ball sideways doesn't really make sense to me, but if he was going to do that, why Moore? Why not Ty Johnson? He runs like a bull. He has a proven track record of getting important first downs through either the run or gasp. He can also catch. And Cook was on the sidelines. Khalil Shakir, to me, is one of the most underrated players in the NFL. He almost always catches the ball, almost always creates separation, and almost always creates yards after catch. The Bills have chosen not to really use him in downfield schemes, and he settled into more of a slot role, targeted in shorter schemes or screens for his ability to generate those yards after catch. But why not give him a try in some more long ball schemes? Watching Josh's highlight reel in the days of Diggs and Davis was totally different than watching it now. And I kind of miss the long ball. Not that it should be done carelessly, of course, but just other teams knowing that we had the ability to make a 99-yard pass play touchdown opened up our offense. He may not be as tall as Coleman, but I can almost guarantee he will shake a defender better. To me, Shakir deserves the chance that they were trying to give Keon Coleman to be wide receiver 1. And in the meantime, we should focus on acquiring a second wide receiver threat. In the Atlanta game, Palmer was looking promising, but unfortunately, there was another injury. Now let's talk about the tight end situation. I sort of feel they are underutilized, especially in the last game, even with Kincaid out. Hawes has made some great catches this year. I don't recall any plays for him in the last game. 1 play to Knox. Kincaid should, at this point, when he's in the game, be targeted the way Kelsey is. And to change it up every now and then, plan around Knox or Hawes. I feel this is a safer route to go towards first downs than utilizing different random receivers each game and each play. Our run game is solid. Cook, Davis, Johnson. I have no complaints. All of them can run and catch. Haven't seen many pass plays designed for them lately to shake things up. And as good as Cook is, maybe let's not send him up the middle every single time 3 plays in a row. There have to be some other ways to clear him a lane on other parts of the field. And sometimes the other team is stopping the run, so we need to open the field up in other ways. In the past, we have done this with an elite wide receiver play or with Josh's legs. And this has been underwhelming lately. Josh is either a bit out of shape, getting older, or being told never to run like he used to. Maybe a bit of all three. Each time it's clear that he could have probably made a first down and then some, he's very clearly hesitating first and he's kind of gingerly running. Now I get it, we don't want him injured. That would be very bad. But Mahomes does this when he needs to. And Josh has just been looking super hesitant for what we know he's capable of. He doesn't need to do this all the time, but maybe enough to remind the other team that he's a threat with his legs. Speaking of Josh, the combination of super predictable play calling with super predictable pre-snap has not been great for them. It's very clear before the play happens which play is about to happen based on Josh's body language and eyes. I think less predictable plays and doing a better job of masking the plays will go a long way. I see Josh falling back into some old habits, and it's partly on him, but partly not. The Atlanta game was ridiculous. They were rushing on every play. Our line couldn't stop it. Josh was constantly operating under duress. And when you're forced to throw the ball quickly, combined with nobody getting open, that's a recipe for interceptions. It's times like that that Josh used to save us with his legs, but as I said before, that didn't really seem like an option. He was very hesitant on his few runs that game. The whole point of the MVP last year, Josh won without weapons. But is that sustainable? I think we are seeing all of this now come to a head. The lack of a wide receiver one, too much pressure, less decisions to use his legs, and too many predictable repetitive plays. Josh is good. James Cook is good. But we can't just coast on that and expect to win a Super Bowl. I have kind of been saying it since last year, but it's time for something or someone to change up on the coaching staff. This combo is not getting us over the hump. And it's time to get smart with fixing the wide receiver situation and the secondary. That's it for this week. Let's hope we can fix some of this in the bye week and come back strong next Sunday. Go Bills.